Today's adventures bring us to Springfield, Ohio, and we are going to take the Little Miami Scenic Trail down to Xenia, stop at Yellow Springs along the way. That's the direction that we're going.
We are at the BD station in Springfield, Ohio. They do have bathrooms. He survived that pit toilet. Well, I'm anxious to get going, so we'll see you along the ride.
When we were researching this trail, it seemed like we were going to be in the trees a lot, and right off the bat, here we go. Very cool back here, very nice. Again, another very nice, well-maintained trail. Just a little bit of knowledge, the Miami Valley trail system, and there's numerous bike trails that all interconnect in southwestern Ohio, is actually the longest paved bicycle trails in the United States for one particular region. I think there's over 330 miles if you want to explore them all.
Okay, this is a different part of Springfield that I've never been in before in my life. I grew up in this town of Springfield, but this is way better. Especially since I don't live here anymore and I live in Florida. Oh, gotta make sure I don't hit those sticks. That's one thing you have to be careful when you're riding bikes, e-bikes, because you're going kind of fast and you don't want to run over sticks. They get caught in your spokes, causes a lot of trouble.
Well, for those of you who have never been to Young's Dairy, it's right on 68. From this point, it's only 0.8 miles down there. You can see all the different stuff that's there. It's kind of a southern Springfield tradition for many, many years. We've been there a number of times, so we're not going to take the detour. First little town we've come to is Yellow Springs, Ohio. A little history lesson. Antioch College is here in Yellow Springs, and back in the 60s and 70s, this was definitely outpost for hippie and liberal activities here in rural conservative Ohio. So we'll look around the town and see if anything has changed. So if that car is any indication, it may still be. So yes, the hippie and peace is still a big part of Yellow Springs. Believe it or not, the little art theater, which was opened in 1929 here in Yellow Springs, is still open. And ironically, it's playing Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris today. Funny. Oh, there's Betsi being silly. Well, I'm not exactly sure what it is. Looks like it's a covered bridge, but we are definitely going to stop and check it out. So the trail goes under the Hyde Road Bridge. And look at this, it's an old covered bridge.
Yeah, Steve's hitting the voodoo stick. Not too many people have traveled this step, so there's webs all over the place. Spider webs and whatever. Hence the voodoo stick.
So we're over 8 miles in now, and other than going through Yellow Springs, the entire trail so far has almost exclusively been in the shade. So this would be a great trail for a really hot sunny day. Looks like they're still using the old bridge from the railroad track. Actually have a traffic light just for the bicycles. Just turned green, time to go. We've made it to our halfway point today, about 15 and a half miles in. It's the Xenia Bike Hub. The reason they call it the hub is because it's part of the Miami Valley bicycle trails. You have 4 different trails that are coming in here. Trail 1, 2, 3, and 4. So our lunch destination is a restaurant we used to go to a long time ago when we lived in Ohio, Roosters. It's a wing place. Nice healthy lunch. Hopefully it's as good as it used to be. So we're on the way back to Springfield now, and the temperature's climbed up into the mid-80s. So being back here in the shade, it's very pleasant.
Well, we're heading home only like about a mile and a half.
We have made it back to Springfield and did 33 miles today. Another very nice trail. We are 2 for 2 here in Ohio on great trails.